of this team like respect the shit out of each other, even though they make like amazing memes and slander themselves through the mud there. Whoever isn't on the core Discord, please have a look in their channel. The meme channel is fun and entertaining.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I love a team that can meme the shit out of anything, even if they're shit at the game. I'll genuinely appreciate a bit of banter before it.
Absolutely.
Don't mind me while I basically chug energy drinks to try and stay awake for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Thank you.
Let's see. I think we can jump on the server. There is some people on, and we will have a small look on.
Excellent.
On how they're fighting each other in the start, if they are.
I don't know about you, Buff, but I love a little bit of pre-competitive match antics. Brings me joy just to see who gets the biggest satchel. Who's got the best grenade arm? If I don't see a knifing, I'm going to be genuinely upset.
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah, sir.
We're in.
Eastern group. Oh, there we go. Match already is ready to start.
Jesus.
And,
are they on the right sides?
Yeah, it will change at the moment. And we will have an absolutely epic game on our hands between these two teams.
I want to say, Buff, your timing is immaculate. We got in there at exactly the right time.
30 minutes too early. Seconds. What was enough?
I fucking love it, my dude.
Yeah, man, it's turning. At least they're on time now, the second, delay. Albert, you fucking legend. I know you will only hear it in 30 minutes. But thank you very, very much for your raid. I hope you had an epic stream.
Holy shit, Mr. Altberg. It is a goddamn pleasure to see you around here. That's a big boy raid. That is a big boy raid with 29. Always like to see that big German bastard around here. God damn it. And he's just in time to watch the start of the match. Well, in 30 minutes time. You know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wibbly wobbly bullshit.
So we will be streaming Eastern Group versus Cerberus in the ECL on Utah Beach.
So, just to confirm for viewers, all the blueberries will be the Eastern Group, because we are joining the Eastern Group. All the red team will be Cerberus. No extra camera for this one, so for once I get to sit and watch Buffinator do it all as we cycle through some of the players. Let's go.
I will just have to find the squad I am allowed to join. If they're not findable, we will just find some other place where we can go. Worst case, they will kick us out.
The old casting, trying to find the right squad.
Yeah, I think...
It's got to be one of them.
There we go.
Excellent.
I hope it's around. We have Chepern, your favorite point. Yeah.
Excellent. God damn it. Oh, I've had some bad memories around Chapel, but you know what? Cerberus and EG fighting over Chapel is something that genuinely brings a little bit of joy to my eye. I'm looking forward to seeing what this middle looks like. Hey, you do exactly what I do. You hide in the grass before you go into admin camp. I'm okay with this, my friend.
Yeah, I think that is nice. Then sending away in the spawn. Okay, let's see. Target only all. Perfect. And there we go. We will have a quick look at the RT. There we have it. No orientation this streamer has. And they've already
Dude,
almost built everything. So that's very interesting actually. This blast protection in the back I wonder if it helps
Yeah.
the backsplash from here to be stopped on the RT gunners. And before we
I'll actually be.
start
I'll
off
be
with-
genuinely interested to see how that goes. Look, obviously both of these teams are so well drilled. We're seeing exactly what you'd expect from two massive teams in the European community. All the supplies are going down. Nodes are up basically before we could get in. Have a look at that RD defenses that we just looked at. That is genuinely insane. You'd expect absolutely nothing less from them. Those walls are going to drop, and we're going to get back in and have a look at who's going to fight over middle. Chapel is a huge point. Do you think one team has an advantage over the other with Chapel as a middle point?
I mean, the Americans will arrive more early, so Cerberus will come in earlier to Chapel if they go straight for it. But I'm really waiting to see how these trucks here. One already got sniped in the back. Do you see that?
Yes!
Absolutely epic.
Other good truck snipe. Delicious. Well done, EG. That's got to be first blood. We're not looking at how Cerberus is doing, but good luck, lads. As we see the truck starting to pour into the middle. God damn it. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely epic for the guys from Eastern Group. And here we have the trucks coming to a clash. And we have the first rockets being shot.
I think those Americans have got in just before the Axis forces have been able to. But we're seeing exactly what we'd expect from Eastern Group. Trying to sort of take those buildings that sort of sit to the south of the Chapel point. Because I think that's that area is fairly crucial when you're trying to hold on to Chapel. And look, I think both teams recognizing that. But Eastern Group sort of putting more of a presence in that southern town nice and early. Very good to see.
Yes, absolutely.
Cerberus responding as well.
Absolutely nice. Also two teams, and we already see the trucks being cleaned up.
Yep.
And yeah, the RT here is holding Chapel more or less clear.
Yep, EG about half capped now, and that's purely because they've managed to get a couple in there. Somehow not dying to that artillery. That is a goddamn meat grinder on Chapel. Both teams look like they're putting a bunch of rounds in and around the middle Chapel area. EG is going to continue to keep capping this one. Cerberus is going to push in from that town area just to try and hold it back, and it looks like it's going to flip backwards and forwards for a little bit. And Jesus Christ, this match is going to be big artillery doing some damage there.
I just love the start. And the looks here coming in the low ground, trying to bring in some extra pressure, firing out all he can. And we have the first tank confrontation coming on here between the looks and the Steward in the middle of this RT shelling.
See, normally you think you'd like to back a Luke's in that engagement, but a Stewart in that engagement, sorry, but I don't know about you, Buff. I am a fan of the lucky little Luke's.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as he plays his cards right, angles nicely, he won't get fucked by the Steward. So I think it's good to have it there to create some extra pressure. Although Cerberus is still building the pressure on Chapel with Special here, Special here coming on towards the point. Let's see.
I think we're going to see the EG take this point.
Yeah, absolutely. EG goes 3-2, and we will have a quick look to the map.
Excellent.
We see them preparing Garrus already. And yeah. I think Cerberus here.
Obviously, EG are a well-drilled side. I'm really interested to see how Cerberus responds to this. What other points we're fighting over today? We know we're fighting over
WN5 and Roofhouse. So Cerberus has a lot of distance between the points. I think Hill will be definitely an important area to control as well to some part. And yeah, I wonder how the teams will tackle that.
Yeah, have a look at that EG presence in that southern town that we're talking about before. It doesn't look like Cerberus has been able to make a dent in that offense to the right-hand side of the EG advance. Cerberus is going to have to deal with that, otherwise they're going to be in a bit of trouble. I completely agree with what you were saying before. That sort of hill strong point that isn't in play in this game, but I think that's going to be absolutely crucial in this match. Just such a strong little hill to to be fighting off. So interested to see how both teams tackle that and whether or not they use it as a sort of a de facto strong point to push from. It's,
Yeah. And I actually want to see how the flank there of Cerberus is pulling off. Currently they just got shot away by General. But yeah, I think that's not over yet.
Yeah, it looks like Cerberus are really getting bottled up in that trench system that we were looking back there. So it does look like EG still got the upper hand. Let's have a look at the next point.
Aspid already on a flank with an OP. Did he build a Gary? Don't know if he still had the supplies there. But that creates already pressure for Cerberus and some danger. We'll keep that in the back of the head as we will look here at Cerberus taking complete.
Yeah, look, Cerberus starting to get
on the church.
Oh, artillery! Making short work of that lad. I didn't see the name, but another spawn going in. It does look like Cerberus are making a decent attempt. They do have a lot of EG up on their flank, so it's going to be a struggle for them to continue to put pressure on there. But look, I do like that they're not laying down. They are going to continue to fight over Chapel. EG look like they're all over it for the moment, but well, obviously it's hell let loose. Obviously, Buff, you've played just as much of this game as I have, and you know this game could change at any moment.
Especially with Cerberus. They have this potential.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's never easy losing that first point, because I think a lot of the a lot of the plans you had seem to sort of take a back seat to trying to stem the bleeding. But there you go. I don't know whether you know that, Buff, but tanks aren't supposed to be that on fire.
Yeah, I wonder what damaged him actually. Is it the RT or some?
Yeah, I haven't seen any
some rockets.
any of the Cerberus tanks move up.
Yeah, as far as I understand, they're holding back to create a safe and slow push.
Yeah,
until they get the advantage.
I think that's a really good tactic from them. You're a bit of a tanker, aren't you, Buffett?
A bit. But lately I haven't managed to catch any concaves due to time issues.
Ah, yeah, you and me both.
But I've been enjoying streaming. Let's see what Master Lino here can do. Absolutely nice guy. Having played in the German and Russian community.
Yep.
Should be fun for him.
Some shots out. Just sort of peeking that hedge there. Gets
there
a kill.
He goes.
Very well done from that lad. Grenades going off. Going to be ineffective. He's going to continue to hold down that flank. And it looks like that Cerberus push from that side is mainly being held off now, which is very good.
Yeah, it's already getting counter pushed on the flank. We see a wide flank here from Eastern Group with their commander. I think they're already preparing both next point and WN5 if it succeeds. But yeah, so far very stable from Eastern Group.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is they do have enough of their team consolidating around the strong point itself, and also that town I keep banging on about to the south that we're looking at currently. Look, Cerberus, they've look they've got a more central push up at the moment, but they won't know it. Obviously, we can see that EG flank is going around to the right of their advance. It's towards the left of your screen at the moment.
Yeah, this one.
That's going to cause them some problems. It isn't that hill area isn't too bad an area to be pushing on Chapel. It does have some open areas, so they will struggle a little bit, but it'll definitely make it harder with those EG lads on their flank. They won't know it yet, but I guarantee you, Buff, they'll know it soon, my friend.
Yeah, I actually find it interesting here. They have a nice focus of people that just absolutely got blasted away. But yeah, Eastern Group have spotted it, are pulling down RT, and with that are just holding this part of the map, which is a good reaction. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, and
WN5.
I think what we were just looking at was obviously an issue with pushing from that hill area onto Chapel is there really is only that one line of advance and that one line of cover that they can use. The artillery all over it. What are we looking at now?
Well, the situation at W95 is rather calm. Eastern Group is now currently focusing on controlling the area all around the chapel. So they seem to be playing it safe so far. And yeah, encircling the push of Cerberus here.
Yeah, I think that's really well played. It shows that they've got some excellent communications, and that look, that's exactly if I was looking at that push from Cerberus, that is exactly where I'd want to have some of my lads to try and counter. So this Shui bet is looking very safe for you at the moment, Buff. Currently,
far,
EG 3-2 ahead. It's all right. I'm confident. I'm confident that my Cerberus lads will get back into it. I'm confident that they might be able to pull this one back.
Fasciano here, one of the strong shooters, getting headshotted by Hoyler from the side. Absolutely epic.
100%. That artillery is absolutely making mincemeat of those lads down the left. They won't know it, but look at that. That is quite a lot of firepower going down.
I think they feel it quite harshly.
Yeah. Look, I think Eastern Group is absolutely killing this at the moment. They seem to have map control exactly like everywhere that I'd want them to have it. They're starting to push their armor up. This is going to be a challenge to take back a little bit of momentum for Cerberus.
Yeah, armor though slightly overextending here into the infantry, own infantry, not here. Although it's only a medium, which might be trying to do exactly what it's doing currently, shooting and taking out spawn points to bring the team further ahead. And yeah, that's nice.
I think that was a good move from them, spending that, even if they lose that tank, spending that petrol and those resources to root out that fairly consistent attack that was coming from that area, I think was a very good move from them. And we still have that EG push moving up the side. They are still, even though Cerberus has been pushed back, that EG flank is still around on the side.
What an absolute artist snipe from
shows they know their way around a rocket. Holy shit.
And that definitely wasn't the last one. And we will have a look at how Cerberus here will be responding to Bloody Johnny pushing up to the hill and starting to make pressure on one of the next control points of the map.
Yeah, and that area we're looking at the moment, obviously it isn't a control point, it isn't a strong point for this map, but it is a fairly crucial part of this map. Anybody that's ever played on Utah Beach, that hill 5 I think it's called, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
probably
a crucial strong point to be able to take as we see that Panzer IV move up, take a arty shot to the front.
First is in. Saved by Bloody Johnny. He gets traded away, but he saved the tank. And thank you very much for your follow, Winchy. Welcome to the chat.
We love Winchy around here.
Ooh. And the medium putting the first into the other tank, but not connecting so far. Second one connected. Yep. Rocket bounces off the side, and that should be the end of the medium. And there it goes. Down to the hands of the 76 with Alice here. That was rather lucky to survive the first shot there, actually.
Yep, that 76 has got a few too many holes in it, just quietly. They're going to want to back off, and they're going to want to make sure they get their repairs on the tank, see if they can push back and support this infantry. But look, as we've been watching this tank battle, EG continue to control the map, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Having pushed out quite a bit, they still have some Cerberus though sneaking in around the back. Like,
yep.
Wide flanking.
I'd like to point something out for our Australian viewers. We just flew over Bunnings. Nobody from Europe will understand that, but those two warehouses are lovingly called Bunnings here in the OCE region. Obviously famous for their sausage sizzles. Big warehouse.
And we just have an epic truck flanking around the back with 4 guys inside. Just looks lovely.
Oh, they're just cutting laps. I love this. It's
That's like Cerberus secret tactics. We will take this little truck and flank around the back, but we won't follow this further until they start like a huge offense from the back, as we will catch one more of these lovely arty snipes. Let's see. Arty. No Arty. Perfect hit. Absolutely epic.
That has been... I'll tell you what, between both of these teams, we haven't seen any going in from Cerberus yet, but look, we've seen it throughout this competition. The Arty snipes have been absolutely on point. And I love that sort of game of cat and mouse between Arty snipes, and then they try and build some stuff and see whether they can stop it, or whether or not they just let it go and go, we're going to lose an Arty gun every now and again, and we're okay with it. But that sort of cat and mouse game has been genuinely good to watch as the meta evolves throughout this competition.
Yeah, the hard stuff is you can't really stop these rockets as they go in this high. So, and it's rather easy to do once you know the max range of your rockets. You can just abuse that basically.
Yeah, 100%. If you learn your positions, you learn exactly where you've got to be. Yeah, there's no defense in the world that's going to be able to stop it. Buff, if you're looking at this map, if you're Cerberus, where do you want to see them putting on pressure from here? Like, what do you want to see out of this Cerberus team to try and gain sort of some control back over this match?
It's hard. They have a wide front line. I think they're doing it right. They're flanking around somewhere. By the way, here we see the Arty snipers. Bach and Noobmaster far away. And I think they have to backstab the enemy because they won't outshoot them as it's looking right now. So they will have to retort to their surprise tactic that we have seen them pull off so many times so nicely.
Yeah, especially at this stage between the 2 points when we're watching EG, obviously, to try and take the next point, are starting to extend out from it a little bit. They do leave themselves open to that, as you were saying before, Cerberus's ability to just get into awkward positions for teams and start to snowball and take back that point quickly before EG is able to respond. So, look, hopefully they can get it. I wonder where that Jeep ended up. That's what I'm genuinely interested about. Hopefully we see it again. Hopefully those lads are still alive.
I think those lads will, for now, be taking care of Garys in the back. Maybe trying to build some and also preparing to pull off the Cerberus move by backstabbing the enemy. Surprise. With surprise. Yeah, let's see what this Panther here can do against the 76 coming up. 76 is definitely the first one to connect the shell. Ooh. And the Panther here off soon, definitely down a bit.
Panther's gonna struggle from here.
And that's the kill on the Panther here from Alice, taking out one more in an absolutely epic move.
Did get one shot onto that 76, but not enough. Panther's going to go down. That's going to hurt them in terms of resources. But you know what I miss, Buff? You know what I miss about these games? When was the last time you saw somebody driving a Tiger?
Not too long ago. It's like, depends on timing, on needing. Or on the map, like if you can stand hold down somewhere, Tiger is advantageous. Even though he has a longer reload, he takes 3 shots to the turret. So there is reasons to play it, you just rarely see it, because most matches are more popular to have something fast, something you can react with quickly.
Yeah, and tankers love the Panther, don't they?
Yeah, because
there's something about driving around fast with a giant gun that makes tankers happy. I don't know what it is.
It's absolutely unbalanced, basically. Well, yeah. Absolutely, but it shoots faster, it has an epic gun. It turns really quick compared to the Tiger. It's just nice to have this mobility up your sleeve.
And we're starting to see EG push really deep into this hill area now. That's the squad we're a part of, which is why they're green and not blue. But they'll start causing Cerberus some issues if this push from EG is left unchecked. Cerberus just getting pushed back across the map, as we've seen fairly constantly.
How are we looking stats-wise, by the way? Who's on top?
I will go have a look at that.
Thank you very much. I will have a quick look.
More than welcome. Ludifix. EGZ Ludifix is winning the kills with 35. I'm going to go ahead and assume he's on Arty. KD ratio is Cloud Plant, winning with 32 from EG. Well done to that lad. Some of my favourite stats were good. is most team kills so far is Hugux. The clumsiest so far with 8 team kills, obviously not helping out his team as much as you think thinks he is with that. With a 6 for his team kill streak, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he was forcibly redeploying people at the start of the match.
Could be, or could be that he's arty. And here we see Eastern Group Alexei that has brought up some infantry, probably starting to push up.
Excellent.
With the guys, and they're starting to slowly build a front line here too. Not a big strong one, but building some presence. And let's see what Warpy can do. Warpy connects his shot and takes out the Recon tank. Nice job by Warpy. Yeah, I think even though it's a few people here, they can already start making pressure and force some people back, which is very useful.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think how spread out they are is will help them as well. It'll make Cerberus another arty snipe going in, but it'll make Cerberus think about is there a bigger force than there is.
Ludefix getting blasted, and we see another heavy is ready to be developed. Yeah, and I think like if Eastern Group starts capping there, they are ready to push on to the next point. As we see here, the squad of Magnet taking on the hill.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about before. That constant pressure on that hill strong point. Obviously, not an actual strong point in this match, but still crucial. It is one of the only bits of truly big cover and defensive works in this area of the map. So Eastern Group doing very well trying to root Cerberus out of there. Cerberus, I think, yep, still losing across the map. They're probably going to struggle from here, but look, do they have anything in behind Cerberus? Do they have anything that's starting to look promising for them?
Oh, we can have a look, but I think it seems rather clear, except of a truck was shot out. Well, here they have the Recons doing their rounds, but that's about it. So far, Eastern Group is really keeping their behind clean, as you might say. I think it's not over. We have a OP here now. Circling lies. Let's see what Knife can do. With his pistol out. Not much. And g'day, Ghost at work.
G'day to you too, Mr. Ghost. Pleasure to have you. You'll hear this in half an hour's time. Welcome to the rest of the people in chat. I hope you're all having a genuinely good morning.
Yeah. Stu is having a good morning today.
Yep, it is 5:40 in the morning. You guys can't tell because I don't have a camera on, but my eyes are technically open, which means I am awake. Medically speaking, I am awake. Whether or not here I'm here in mind, I am here in body, and that counts for something, I think. But good morning to my Australian counterparts. It's a goddamn pleasure to have you around here, and it's a goddamn pleasure to be on your stream, bub.
Yeah, and it's a goddamn pleasure that some of your guys actually came, even though it's this fucking early. What the fuck are you doing up, guys? It's epic.
They're good eggs.
Absolutely.
They're good eggs.
Yeah, and speaking of eggs, Eastern Group is progressing in their march towards the point, but very, very slowly. And we see Cerberus holding their line here very firmly. Yeah.
I think, look, Eastern Group look like they've really transitioned into that sort of full battle line thing that we've seen from a lot of teams in the recent meta. Really starting to control points across the entire map, starting to probe, starting to find out where some of those Cerberus weak points might be. Cerberus, it's going to be incumbent on them to get back around and try and find a way either through or around this battle line that EG and Eastern Group have started to form, because they're going to have to start taking back some map control. Otherwise, this map is going to continue to go south. I think we're about coming up on half an hour through the game, and EG currently winning after taking the point nice and early. Is currently winning 3-2 against Cerberus.
I just absolutely love how these two guys are this sneaky that they didn't notice each other yet. But Kaplan here from the back, supporting Baron. Baron now peeking.
One of them. Somebody shoot somebody! Anybody!
Ooh, look at the jukes! Knives! 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 Yeah!
Oh!
Trevor with the knife kill.
Give that man a
Absolutely
goddamn medal.
fucking epic. Legend of the match already for Cerberus. As you see Metal here taking on more and more of the map. I think the difficulty is here for Eastern Group to take on Cerberus over the open.
Yeah.
In the defense.
Yeah, and I think we're expecting that moving in. When we saw this point, even though they've taken Chapel, there just aren't that many places to push from directly onto point, and I think that's why we're seeing this push fairly hard around this side. But I tell you what, Cerberus are investing a lot of troops into trying to take this strong point back, which is exactly what they probably needed to do, I think.
But I think it's also correct of them that they hold on with tooth and nail, and I think they're doing a good job. I mean, you know, they don't get pushed back further from this point on currently. We see Eastern Group actually having a nice fine spread out line with tanks and infantry in between, which is also interesting. The tank just are firing down the alleyway. So we see some nice snipes there on the tank, and there we have some bombers.
Ooh, a little bit of a precision strike. Don't know about you, but that noise of the precision strike is fucking terrifying.
Absolutely. But sadly for Cerberus, this one missed. And,
Ineffective, disappointing.
That's not the last one, we will see though. And let's have a quick look at the map and how the resources are doing for Eastern Group. So we're looking rather stable. Look at this Gary setup actually, that's interesting. No red zone Garys there though. In the back,
no.
So that's something they can still do.
And it's something I like to do on my streams, is try and point out to, I know most people that'll be watching this are absolute hardcore Hell Let Loose fans, but when we talk about garrisons on the map, they are the big green circles with a little flag on top, and what that allows is the rest of the team to be able to spawn on. Sort of a secondary thing that they do is they kind of act like lighthouses a little bit, and they'll be able to give EG, which is the map we were looking at, just an idea about where the enemy might be pushing. And exactly what you were saying, Buff, was that given that none of those garrisons are pinging, they'll know that none of Cerberus are around that area where they've got a good honeycomb of garrisons.
I just want to see some of the Cerberus arty snipes as well. So when we have a moment, we will try and sneak where their tank is standing and sniping away. Because that's something that's very, very interesting to see.
Yeah. Artillery strikes, absolutely massive.
Tattoo with an absolutely badass off a grenade. Taking out OP and two guys and making some nice muesli for you too.
Delicious. Oh, it's about now that I realise that they've spent way too much time rendering bloodied corpses in this game. Way too much time. Because that is just hamburger meat right now.
As a professional, that sees a lot of blood in his day-to-day work. How much do you enjoy these bloody messes that start to exist in Hell Let Loose?
As somebody, as an ambulance paramedic, I have made it my life's work to make all the blood stay on the inside of the body if and where possible. But I'll make an exception for Hell Let Loose because that was a delicious grenade.
Absolutely epic. And yeah, we see Sabo here, former commander of Cerberus, as far as I remember. In the chat, hi Sabo. Let's see what your former team here can pull off. Another knife. Ah!
He's gonna run base. He doesn't see him.
Ooh, but look at that. So he is putting a satchel or defusing it. Yeah, he picked it back up again.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel
decided
he
that
needs
wasn't
it.
the place that needed one.
And yeah, we see
I
here
don't know about you.
the Eastern Group tanks causing rockets. Again, medium. Just being an absolute jet driving through the defense lines.
Can we have a look at who's in that medium tank? Because I'll tell you what, they've been doing some goddamn work in this
Yeah,
match.
Bloody Johnny again. Taking out OPs, spawn points, whatever. And yeah,
Delicious.
I think it's a nice
And look-
strategy if you have the advantage and try to have the chance. But I think at some point they will definitely die. And we have a tank mesh on the end, other end of the map. Panther here versus a 76. Ooh, versus tank, anti-tank gun. And he definitely can be fired at. The only question is, do they see through the bush? Or not?
Oh, that angle is going to be so tight. That's Panther is not looking healthy. Looks like it's still scanning, still trying to figure out. It's going to be a miss.
Yeah, and for the anti-tank gun there, this fence is absolutely nasty, and there the gunner gets blasted away, which means the Panther is safe for now, as long as Niemand will be spotted. But they're already throwing smoke towards the Panther, baiting it forward.
Yeah, I think look, it's been really easy for us to look at, and we have spent a lot of time on the EG tanks, but I think that's just testament to the map control that EG have got. Cerberus obviously being pushed very well back by this EG battle line means that we just don't have the space. They just don't have the space to be able to move. Another rocket going in there. It's going to start looking unhealthy. That Panther's in a bit of trouble. Does he have another rocket left? No, he's going to go down before he gets another one off.
But that's not a problem, as Warpy will come back. I wonder if they will manage to take down this tank. But I think, let's have a quick look. Now the backside of Eastern Group is burning at Chapel. And we have Ele here, our streamer friend.
There he is. He's managed to get in behind.
Yeah, and he
Delicious.
will be taking out the OPs here on the other side that will be burning now. One of them is already gone. Yeah, and that's... If you see one of Cerberus in the back, that's a big alarm bell. So Eastern Group will be careful now in what's going on. Maybe pulling back even some people, because you might get paranoid against these guys. And there we go.
I think you're right with that. Like, they won't know that they've just taken down the only squad leader. It's easy for us to say that that's the only one they need to worry about. But they had one lad back there. They'll be worried that he's got a Gary or an OP down that they've missed. And they'll be trying to get back and make sure that they don't lose Chapel whilst they keep pushing on.
Absolutely epic shot by the tank of Helion, by the way, on the Panther there, through bushes, through everything. Very, very good. And yeah, he's in a bit of crossfire here. So the side of Cerberus is looking...
They're trying to get back up
pressure.
on that AT gun, if I'm not mistaken. Or did that AT gun get taken out?
The AT gun got blown up, but
excellent.
They still have the tank here that keeps his hold down position and tries to get a sneak onto the enemy tanks.
Yep. We're watching Cerberus. They are really holding on tooth and nail at the moment. We're seeing some genuinely good defense from them. Smoking that field, trying to get across it. Always
and pushing the Panther back effectively by that, which is also a nice move.
Yep.
And they rebuilt the garrison already, like... Well, routine, well-oiled system.
The thing that is worrying for Cerberus is EG are just methodically and consistently pushing across this map. Cerberus trying to push that left flank of theirs just towards the bottom of where we were just looking. Just trying to get around that EG battle line. If they can start to sort of hook around, they can get some better angles on them. But as I say that, all those Cerberus lads get taken out.
Yeah, I think...
EG methodically pushing up.
I think so far here, Eastern Group, this line is holding. Cerberus holds them back there. So they're doing a great job. Eastern Group is still working here on pushing around here. And even on the next point, there's already some guys. And yeah, we just see some alarm bells going off with Cerberus starting a lovely offense in the back. Here we have the new guys. Some of the fresher people in the team of Cerberus with BFTP. And
Wow,
how
it's still
quick
anybody's
does
game.
it go? Yeah.
But still anybody's game. But Cerberus do have still a lot of work to go. Hopefully this push manages to come to something because, look, I'd really like to see a little more pressure on Chapel. Hopefully this comes to fruition.
Yeah, what I also like from Cerberus is they don't start their approach here in the backline of Eastern Group from one side, but from two. As we see here,
Yeah.
Smoker taking out two and being taken away by Kotra or Ele. There we see Master Lino returning the favors.
I always wonder what the command chat's sounding like in game at the moment. What their Discord's sounding like. Obviously, that's a few of the EG lads that have started to go down. They'll be aware that they'll be having chatter that Cerberus is starting to push from a number of different angles, exactly like you say, and having that double-pronged attack. Where do they put the bulk of their defense? Do they call some people off the line, call some people off offense, and sort of slow down that pressure on the next point? Because right now they'll be worried that Cerberus has a lot of lads starting to move
there
up
we
on
have
Chapel.
an airhead from Cerberus coming in near the point.
Artie covering the airhead.
Bomber doesn't take out the airhead anymore, and so far it's freer, and Artie is covering it. But it also got taken out by Andrev or Master Lino with a grenade, and so far this partially stopped the push of Cerberus. And I actually like how Eastern Group is playing a cool beam still and taking advantage in the front here, making some distance.
Cerberus starting to take that point?
Yes, they're starting to cap, and we have a cap race on our hands.
We do too. The next point is being starting to flick back and forward between contested and defended, but looks like EG's managed to get enough lads back to defend Chapel. Exactly what I said. Was that obviously they've seen the few lines of attack that Cerberus is using. They do have enough lads back to defend now, so we're looking like we're going to see some status quo. But I'll tell you what, the next point is starting to flash still. EG still putting, despite getting that many lads back on defense, have started to get enough, and they're starting to cap the next point.
Thank you very much for your follow, Serpol5. And yeah, but it's all soft cap, so what this means is Cerberus is investing a lot of material up front to try and push, which is not a bad play, but with Eastern Group playing it a very, very cool game and not being too afraid of the backstep, just trying to control it as a need to, well, by what they just need to hold it for the moment. They gained a lot of ground, which for their game is very good, but also very risky.
Have a look at how encircled that next point is by EG.
Mm-hmm.
Just as we keep saying, just methodically pushing up.
And there comes the bomber.
Where they... Bombing run coming in, excellent. We'll see this cap start to turn. Oh no, not taking out enough. I'd say that was a fairly ineffectual bombing run for them. It did take out a few of the Cerberus players that are sitting back on point, but I would have liked to have seen that sort of a little bit closer to the infantry, to give that infantry that from EG that ability and that cover to move up under the cover of that bombing run. As we see, Chapel was just contested again, so Cerberus continuing the pressure on that middle point. Still anybody's game. This is exactly what we wanted to see from Cerberus. Have a look at that push. Look at those red berries starting to move into that Chapel area. That is delicious.
Absolutely epic.
They are not laying down. EG got a lot of work to do to hold off this point, but it looks like they are doing enough murder. There is still a lot of open ground for our Cerberus to push in through. Just if they can sustain this pressure, we'll see EG in a bit of trouble as the point is currently contested. Looks like EG have got a few lads back up on the flank of this advance from Cerberus. That'll put them in good stead. Give them those good firing lines.
Not too much spawn options near the cap, so it can turn. They bring on the defense looks here. With Cosmo.
I love a lucky little Luke's. Good luck to you, butter. As it takes a rocket, it is on fire. Oh.
But it takes out spawn points, which is nice.
Yeah, Luke's doing its job as a quick little light anti-infantry tank. Rocket going in is going to miss again.
And taking out this squad leader after taking out his OP would have been a crucial move for a looks. And Jospin takes it down with a rocket to the front. Absolutely epic shot of the man.
Magnificent. But that Luke's absolutely, I think for the amount of resources they spent on it, absolutely did its job. And look, even though it got taken down in the end, taking out those 4 points, and specifically, as you say, that squad lead, I think that's going to be crucial for him. Well done. That'll do a lot to halt this Cerberus assault from this edge. Sort of what we were saying before, Cerberus have been nailed back to just the one sort of line of advance at the moment. That'll make it a lot easier for EG to deal with.
Yeah, they're very, very careful in how much they invest into that, which is interesting. We see here some of Cerberus also having surrounded the enemy, which now has pushed forward.
We're starting to see a better game from Cerberus. It looks like they're starting to really hit their stride. I think sort of the next 10-15 minutes of this match will be absolutely clutch and crucial. Tell you what, Buff. What a fucking game this has been so far.
Yeah,
this has been
absolutely
good for me.
Ooh, look, we see some other nice position here from 76.
I just need to pull out my notebook and I'm just going to write this position down because that looks delicious. Obviously, very hard to hit with a good firing position for it.
Yeah, I think the turret's even angled, so I don't even know if like you will damage the tank if you hit it. Like probably you have slit dropped the gun mantlet you were able to hit, so Cerberus is using an absolute glorious position here, while Alice has found him or herself in trouble. But
see, I don't know whether you know this, but the lighter tanks like that, you're not supposed to keep them still for that long. In a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, and I like Cerberus deploying the anti-tank guns as well, not only against tanks, but also against infantry.
Yeah, delicious. Have a look at EG. They're starting to push very close to the strong point there. That'll be causing some Cerberus some concern right there.
Yeah, Cerberus has played their play, or started to play their play, put pressure on the next point, which left them more open in the back, and Eastern Group was... Yeah,
they are starting to cap now. That'll just be cap played at the moment that's starting to claw that position towards EG's side. Cerberus, it looks like that attack on Chapel has mainly come to naught as we see a little bit of an infantry battle. He's going to take down one, but he's going to get murdered by the EG lad that was supporting his friend. Good to see. As we see another spawn wave going in, and to continue that consistent assault on the next point.
Yeah, and Cerberus here having to reinforce their back, takes out some pressure in the front. As we see Inferno here, absolutely spraying down Karplan. Yeah, it's interesting to see how this will develop. We have an airhead coming in, so Eastern Group will definitively start
yeah, it looks like a fairly conservative
closing
airhead.
their circle.
Yeah. It looks like it's going in just behind the line of advance from those Eastern Group blueberries that you can see moving up. As we see a corpse. Was that a corpse flying through the air?
Yes.
Where did that get shot from? Buff, as a medical professional, can I just point out, people are not supposed to be that high in the air without a parachute.
Yeah, he paid the price for that by falling down. Absolutely dead. But we see this airhead here coming in, and I think it's safe to say, if not for a tank shell, this one is absolutely spawnable.
What's it called? We'll see that spawn wave in about 20 seconds, give or take.
Yeah, 20 or 40, I think.
Yep.
But
so hopefully they get a spawn wave off. Plenty of smoke going down to try and cover that one. So even if Cerberus managed to see it, I wonder whose artillery is that. The well, that'll be the Cerberus artillery, surely, just trying to deal with that airhead.
I wouldn't be too certain whose artillery it is, because it could be also defending. As it stopped now, would have been the Eastern Group one. Oh, and we have a bomber coming in. The repair station. Ooh, that might be interesting, as they blew up the rep station. Could caused some misinformation. We'll see what the Panther will do. CERBER is holding on, pushing back with a huge spawn here from the Gary in the bunker. They have a good way to the point where they can come in covered.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
the airhead has been taken care of.
I think it's been taken out. Yeah, I didn't actually see what took that out, but
Probably
obviously
Warpy.
somebody was able to take that out.
Yeah. Yeah, and CERBER is holding on here, fighting the Panthers now side by side, having a battle with the enemy tank. And is the reload quick enough? Ooh, shot just hit short.
That's a sight that'll terrify anybody who's ever played Hell Let Loose. 2 Panthers fighting side by side. That rocket's gonna hit. Whew. Both Panthers just sort of backing off. They're pretty happy to make their presence known there, get the shots where they can. That rocket's gonna miss just to the left as the Panther moves back into cover. But they're gonna sit there and just provide some consistent pressure onto the point. Cerberus looks like they no longer have anybody pushing onto Chapel. So look, that'll allow EG. EG will know that they don't have as much to worry about as they do before. Looks like Cerberus has been pushed right back up into Bunnings. They're going to try and continue and put pressure on from there, but EG doing a very good defensive work pushing them back, whilst their offensive squads are really starting to make ground. This is looking very bad.
Managed to come in into the hard cap again. Squad of Orbit here is doing absolute magic. Steady, the commander, in the front line, in the defense. Absolute mad lad. Takes out the squad lead. And another one. And here we have a defense bomber for Cerberus. Nicely running over the dudes from Eastern Group. And actually being in a nice trajectory to take out even more. Not bad, not bad.
Delicious. Point starting to be capped by EG. That push they've had is really starting to come to fruition now. Cerberus are still in a bit of trouble. They are starting to get lads back to defend, but look, if EG is able to continue this pressure, I can't see Cerberus holding on to this point as Artie takes out a bunch of those Cerberus boys. About half cap now.
And what has me worried as well for Cerberus is Eastern Group is ready. If you look at that, Capital, General... Yeah. They're ready to start flipping a switch. Cerberus, though, knows their own tactics, so they're prepared. Yeah, interesting.
I'm a little bit worried. Do I have to start preparing this shoe? Because I picked Cerberus because you didn't, and I'm thinking you might be your knowledge about this competition might be a little better than mine, my friend.
Well, that's an unfair bet. In general.
What are you gonna do?
But
any excuse.
We will manage to hop on your stream. Do the same thing the other way around, so it will be fair in general. And there we have another Panther being hit from the side. Heavy tank on the hill. Panther getting stuck on an anti-tank gun, and gets taken out.
We've just had a little bit of a discussion over there in chat whilst we're watching that tank getting blown up, but I'm led to believe, chat's told me, that Swiss German is closer to Bogan, apparently.
You would have to explain to me what Bogan is then.
Bogan is like...
the second Panther takes out the heavy tank in the back.
Bogan is kind of like Australian rednecks.
Okay. Well,
she'll be right, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Eastern Group has taken the point, but it's being recaptured directly by Cerberus, so they're still in the game, a bit back-footed, and yeah, Cerberus.
I don't think that this Cerberus counter push is going to come to too much. I think EG are probably going to be all over it. Well, that said, that is a good bunch of red berries that's managed to use that smoke to push up. Lots of them have been taken out by Artie. That spawn point that's sort of down that trench system towards the left has definitely been identified by EG as an area they need to deal with. That artillery is really whittling down those forces that are counter-attacking onto the point.
And what's interesting, they already rebuilt an artillery here, a garrison here. Might be not spawnable currently, but the good organization of them. Good, very disciplined.
Yep. I think thinning out those troops has really allowed these EG lads that we're currently looking at, they're the blueberries in the middle of your screen, to really start to push up and, yep, continue this defensive pressure. Still being capped.
What an epic rocket from Nick Rock.
That was massive.
Taking out the
Holy
whole
shit.
fucking house. But the arty coming in. Favor thoughts
Still anybody's
for
point.
Eastern Group. Yeah, it's not over. I want to see what's going on here.
Wow. Wow. It's funny when you're casting matches like this. We've spent so much time having a look at that next point, but have a look at those EG lads that are on point.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Cerberus is going to have some work to do to root them out of it. The cap's flicking between contested and capture at the moment. EG pushing on to the next point. If Cerberus don't get back and defend this, this is going to be GG, exactly as you called it, 5-0. But look, I believe in my Cerberus boys. They can cap the next 2 points fairly quickly. I'm sure they can do it as we come up to about 36 minutes left in this match. Cerberus, all the work to do to try and claw this one back from EG, and I don't know whether they're going to be able to do it, my man.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. They have a defense spawn coming in here from the side. The question is now, how quickly will Eastern Group react? And it doesn't seem that they have too big of an answer. Maybe the sniper here, but he's focused.
Yeah, the
To the
sniper's just
spawn
looking
on the side. And yeah, I think Cerberus has a chance.
They do. These lads have got to get in there. You'd think that EG would be aware that there's a push coming from there. It doesn't look like any of their lads are pointing out that way. So that's given Cerberus the opportunity to start moving up. EG, on the other hand, towards the right of your screen, do have a good blub of blueberries, holding that sort of little strong point in the trench system.
Just been
in the
there,
middle
just
towards the top of the
popping off, absolutely, taking out 3 in the process. And
We're
yeah.
about halfway capped. We're about halfway capped. EG still dominating this strong point as a couple of them die as soon as I call it out. Cerberus have just the one lad left in there to try and clean this one up. I don't know whether EG is aware of it at the moment, but they're going to keep trying to push lads up and keep trying to hold on to this. It's just a little over halfway capped. This could be GG from here, Buff.
Yeah, could be. I'd love to see Cerberus coming back. I hope they manage. But damn, it looks hard. Look at this hard cap.
Those pushes that are coming in, we are seeing the next point, a little bit of pressure on the next point, but that's going to come to nothing. About 2/3 cap now. I think EG are going to have this. Have a look at how many lads they've got on the strong point.
Defensive bomber for Eastern Group. And look at how that one takes out quite a bit of the defense move.
Absolutely huge.
And yeah, broken arrow.
I think we're going to see this go to. I think we're going to see this go to EG, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very, very good play of EG. They Cerberus, and yeah, absolute epic game.
Here we go. I'll tell you what,
it.
Buff, you called it, my friend. Victory to EG 5-0.
Yeah, absolute nice game. Sad to see it end in a 5-0, but I think let's have a quick look to the stats.
Have a look at the stats. Do you want to know the top killer for that game, my friend?
Absolutely. And we will
would
go
be
back.
From EG. Cloud Plant has the top killer, followed by, tell you what, the top 5 are all from EG. Cloud Plant, Noobmaster69, that is an internet name if I've ever heard one. The Sad Demon, Vice Cop with 50, and Klugix. Kugux. Kugux. Internet names, they're impossible and I can't do them.
Absolutely. Let's have a look on the highest KD. That's with 60 by Noobmaster on a Panzerschreck.
Magnificent. And I'll tell you what, we do have one of the lads from this game who has joined us already. So that's looking good for the post-match interviews, my friend.
Hi, Ele.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
We had an absolute blast. GG. Do you want to turn on your camera? I will show the Discord.
Yeah, sure. Just wait a moment.
If you want to. It's not a needed.
I'm not sure if I want to. Just kidding.
Ah,
Wait
Don't
a
hide the
moment.
tears. I will be working on that quickly. Here we go. Absolutely fucked up the.
that's everywhere. That's fine.
That's
it wouldn't
fine.
be a
We have it under
wouldn't be a
control.
stream if it had problems.
Absolutely.
Normally my camera should turn on, but I don't know why it won't for the moment.
Ah, it happens to the best of us, my friend.
It
In the
happens.
meantime, they get to keep looking at our ugly mugs, so you get to look good. It's the internet.
Jeez. Sorry, my head's for a second. My headset offline. What did you say, guys?
Ah, here.
I was just saying it wouldn't be a stream if we didn't have technical issues from time to time.
Yeah,
In the meantime, before you get your camera up, they get to keep looking at our ugly mugs.
Yeah. What a game, Ele. What a game.
Nothing to say for this game.
Nothing.
No.
What
Yeah,
what do you want to say? How
it
was it
was
for
a
you?
sick opening because of the truck snipe. Honestly we knew there will come a truck snipe, but I didn't expect they hit this truck because I honestly thought our guys will evade the truck because they knew a truck snipe will come, and I called it before. Also, very sick because I don't know why my cam is not working. Maybe I'm not allowed on the Discord
It's
of
just
NATO.
not cam day. You should have all rights possible.
Yeah.
It
Anyway, and
happens.
unlucky because we thought our truck in the south, one of our south truck is stuck. So the squad leads went into the other truck, and the other truck were the truck which gets sniped. And afterwards, the squad leads and the squads changed the truck. The driver could free the truck again, so there wasn't any change necessary. And because of this, it was pretty easy for EG to cap Chapel. I think if they wouldn't have sniped our truck, it wouldn't be so easy like it was for EG. And afterwards, I don't know what was about the artillery, how strong the artillery was, because we tried to harass. Sometimes in the game we could harass them, but all in all, we have to check the stats.
Yeah, look, I think so. But I'd just like to say, all credit to your guys. You guys play a genuinely exciting and fun brand of Hell Let Loose. Some of the stuff we saw your team do genuinely brought a smile to my face. I think you can take a lot away from that match. It's not easy going down,
Yeah.
but look, I think you can take a lot away from that match and go,
Yeah.
look, some of your lads did some genuinely great plays. Obviously, not coming away with a win. It's always hard to do a post-match interview, but yeah, I reckon you can look back at this footage and go, okay, yeah, we did some very good things there. On a different day, that match could have gone. Some of those caps could have gone a different way, and you could have come away with the win, my friend.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
all. In my opinion, thank you, but in my opinion, it's all the truck snipe. Hey, Magnet, it's all the fucking truck snipe because the mid decision was positive for the Excise, and because of this, there was no option to play very good. So it's 400 meter, more in the middle, the red zone thing, then our infantry OPs in front for the artillery and all that stuff. So the truck snipe for the mid cap, it was our neck break, I think.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, привет, ребята.
Привет.
Guten Abend, mein Freund.
So I think you can turn on a camera if you want. You don't have to currently for Ele. It's not working. Yeah, just tell us, how was your match? GG. Nice game for both teams.
So I can start first, right?
Давай.
So basically for us, start was pretty good because we got enemy truck at the start, which was south truck probably, south of Red Roof House, and we killed like full truck, 12 people probably. as my guys said. And we had a good success at pushing city south of the chapel, and we got some people in the circle already. Even it was chapel and point obviously closer to allies side, and they have some sort of advantage in this mid cap. But on opposite side, we had worst diagonal in this game, which is chapel double in 5, which means we have to cross almost 3 squares on the map, almost 600 meters away. I mean between points, and we had a lot of problems pushing from this area, south edge of the map, enemies around hill 5. It took a lot of time to push us these positions, and after that we managed to push enemy 4th point by pushing with tanks and using some smokes, but without any successful airhead, I think. And that's most part of the game.
I'd like to say, watching that match, you guys play a very, very good brand of Hell Let Loose. Your map control was like nothing I've seen. Like, credit to you guys. I don't think that match, although look, Cerberus did have some big pushes. I think that slow, methodical push, once you'd consolidated around Chapel, put you guys in such good stead. It was that was really well played, man.
Thanks. We had to do some sort of micro control over some squads to split our people in the right way. So some of them went to hill 5 because there was more enemies than we expected, or north flank when enemy team tried to capture chapel from north side, which is double in 4 direction. They had probably red zone garrison. At least few outposts was there, and they tried to push us really hard, but we hold this one.
Yeah, actually, we saw Ele driving around in a truck, in a jeep
Oh.
there. What's
I
going
was
on
so
there?
fucked up. I was so fucked up. I knew I dropped their 100 supplies prepared before my first OP, and the river was destroyed. 10 minutes later, I took the jeep, and my target was to far from the north, the corner far in the south, to backstab the attack. And I knew 100 supplies. Build I a Gary, or do I drive straight to the south? Oh no, I built the Gary, and then there was a machine gun. Afterwards, I built the Gary. I think the machine gun didn't see me if I would drive far in the south straight. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unlucky
But,
there.
We saw a very good counterattack from Cerberus on Chapel. About halfway through there, we pointed out Cerberus had like a good 2-pronged attack, starting to move on to that. EG, you got back and defended that very well. It looked a bit dicey there for a second, but I think, as you were saying, that's micromanagement of squads put you in really good stead, and I think that worked out really well for you.
Yeah, absolutely epic.
We had to move some people from hill 5 back to the point, because once we captured hill 5, they tried to outflank from far north, like north edge of the map probably, but I didn't see any supply truck over there, so.
Yes. Ivan, твой комментарий. По-русски, да?
Да, guys, sorry, my English is very bad. Special for Russian people.
I will help if I
Да,
can.
выпали очень сложные точки. Было очень тяжело, конечно, диагонали, но мы справились с этим. Игра хорошая. Спасибо, Цербер. Данке, Церберс.
Yeah, so difficult game, difficult diagonals and points, but in the end it succeeded. And big respect to Cerberus and a huge thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And I'd just like to say that your English is much better than my Russian.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys, for coming on to the interview. Any last words?
See you in the next season, EG. Hope for a rematch. Bye bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye
Good
bye.
luck.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
Big shout out to Ele, by the way, guys. Nice streamer too. Streaming.
Well, Buff,
Yeah.
I lost a bet there, my friend. For those of you that don't know what the hell's going on, it's 5 a.m. Well, 6:30 a.m. here now. My bet was on Cerberus. We had a shoey bet. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a piece of footwear. This is a beverage. What we do in Australia is we combine the footwear with the beverage, like so. Normally at this stage, I've got the shoey song playing, but we're going to forgo it this time. You know what,
Are you
Buff?
sure? We can pull it up if you want. For
No,
traditions.
I don't want stuff. I don't want it muted.
Okay.
Buff, this
Cheers,
one's
my
for you.
dude.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I will redeem myself on your stream when I have something at home. In the next
Thank you
Codecast
very
we will
much.
do together.
Thank you very much for inviting me along.
And
this one's for
cheers.
you. There's only one thing you can say at a moment like this, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Australia, cunts.
Cheers, my man. Absolutely epic. And therefore, I would like to give you a big thank you for coming on the stream, for turning up the vibes. And guys, if you haven't dropped this man a follow yet,
Oh,
he
don't do
streams
that.
in the morning for us. So, you know, morning at work. You have 2 screens. It's nice to watch him. I enjoy it.
Don't swing by my hellhole of a stream. Buff, that was a genuine pleasure. That was a good game of Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely thank you to the teams for letting us stream, to the ECL. And I think we will close it out with a raid. We will raid down somewhere to the Hell Let Loose community. Some matches will be still going on of the ECL. And yeah, thanks very much for watching and co-hosting, Travis too.
My absolute pleasure, my friend. And everyone else, take care of yourselves. If you can manage to do that, take care of somebody else too.
Bye-bye. And leave some love to the next streamer. Thanks for watching.